Saint Nicholas equals Santa Claus.
Ho, ho, ho!
In the heart of holiday traditions and the festive spirit, one iconic figure stands out, embodying the essence of generosity, kindness, and the magic of Christmas. Revered as the patron saint of children, sailors, and merchants, Saint Nicholas has transcended the boundaries of time and culture to become a beloved symbol of goodwill and joy around the world. From the earliest tales of his selfless deeds to the modern-day incarnation as the jolly bringer of gifts, the story of Saint Nicholas is a captivating journey through history, folklore, and the enduring spirit of giving. Join us as we explore the enchanting legacy of this legendary figure, known to many as Santa Claus, and unravel the timeless magic that continues to captivate hearts during the most wonderful time of the year. Saint Nicholas, also known as Santa Claus, was a Christian saint and bishop who lived in the 4th century. The earliest accounts of his life were written centuries after his death and probably contain legendary elaborations. He was born in Patara, a town in modern-day Turkey, around 270 AD. He came from a wealthy family and was known for his generosity from a young age. Following the death of his parents, Nicholas inherited a considerable sum of money. Inspired by his Christian faith, he decided to use his wealth to help those in need. In one of the earliest attested and most famous incidents from his life, he is said to have rescued 3 girls from being forced into prostitution by dropping a sack of gold coins through the window of their house each night for 3 nights, so their father could pay a dowry for each of them. I will tell this story in detail shortly. Other early stories tell of him calming a storm at sea, saving 3 innocent soldiers from wrongful execution, and chopping down a tree possessed by a demon. In his youth, he is said to have made a pilgrimage to Egypt and Syria-Palestina. Shortly after his return, he became Bishop of Myra. He was later cast into prison during the persecution of Diocletian, but was released after the accession of Constantine. Because of the many miracles attributed to his intercession, he is also known as Nicholas the Wonderworker. Saint Nicholas is the patron saint of sailors, merchants, archers, repentant thieves, children, brewers, unmarried people, and students. How did he become a bishop? Saint Nicholas became the Bishop of Myra, a city in Lycia, modern-day Demir, Turkey. As a bishop, he was known for his kindness, compassion, and dedication to serving his community. After his parents died from an epidemic, Nicholas is said to have distributed their wealth to the poor. In his most famous exploit, which is first attested in Michael the Archimandrite's Life of Saint Nicholas, Nicholas heard of a devout man who had once been wealthy, but had lost all of his money due to the plotting and envy of Satan. The man could not afford proper dowries for his 3 daughters. This meant that they would remain unmarried and probably, in absence of any other possible employment, be forced to become prostitutes. Hearing of the girls' plight, Nicholas decided to help them, but being too modest to help the family in public, or to save them the humiliation of accepting charity, he went to the house under the cover of night and threw a purse filled with gold coins through the window opening into the house. The father immediately arranged a marriage for his first daughter, and after her wedding, Nicholas threw a second bag of gold through the same window late at night. According to Michael the Archimandrite's account, after the second daughter was married, the father stayed awake for at least 2 nights, and caught Saint Nicholas in the same act of charity toward the third daughter. The father fell on his knees, thanking him, and Nicholas ordered him not to tell anyone about the gifts. The scene of Nicholas's secret gift-giving is one of the most popular scenes in Christian devotional art, appearing in icons and frescoes from across Europe. Transformation into Santa Claus. Over the centuries, the image of Saint Nicholas evolved, and his feast day became associated with the celebration of Christmas. In the 19th century, the character of Santa Claus appeared in St. Petersburg in Europe. It began to take shape in the United States, blending aspects of Nicholas traditions with other influences. The modern depiction of Santa Claus as a cheerful, chubby man with a white beard and a red suit is largely based on this transformation. Accounts of St. Nicholas's life agree on the essence of his story, but modern historians disagree regarding how much of this story is actually rooted in historical fact. Over the centuries, the stories of St. Nicholas's compassion and gift-giving became intertwined with various Christmas traditions. In many cultures, he is now popularly known as Santa Claus, the jolly figure who delivers gifts to children on Christmas Eve. The modern image of Santa Claus, with his red suit, white beard, and flying reindeer, has evolved over time, blending elements from different cultures and traditions. Nicholas is also said to have visited the Holy Land. The ship he was on was nearly destroyed by a terrible storm, but he rebuked the waves, causing the storm to subside. Thus, Nicholas became venerated as the patron saint of sailors and travelers. While in Palestine, Nicholas is said to have lived in a crypt near Bethlehem, where the nativity of Jesus is believed to have taken place. Over the crypt where Nicholas is believed to have lived now stands the Church of St. Nicholas in Beit Jala, a Christian town of which Nicholas is the patron saint. Fewer than 200 years after Nicholas's death, the St. Nicholas Church was built in Myra, under the orders of Theodosius II, over the site of the church where he had served as bishop, and his remains were moved to a sarcophagus in that church. In 1087, while the Greek Christian inhabitants of the region were subjugated by the newly arrived Muslim Seljuk Turks, and soon after the beginning of the East-West Schism, a group of merchants from the Italian city of Bari removed the major bones of Nicholas's skeleton from his sarcophagus in the church without authorization and brought them to their hometown, where they are now enshrined in the Basilica di San Nicola. The remaining bone fragments from the sarcophagus were later removed by Venetian sailors and taken to Venice during the First Crusade. Less than 200 years after St. Nicholas's probable death, the Eastern Roman Emperor Theodosius II, ruled 401-450, ordered the building of the Church of St. Nicholas in Myra, which thereby preserves an early mention of his name. St. Nicholas died on December 6, 343 AD. His death anniversary became a day of celebration, and he was later canonized as a saint by the Catholic Church. The feast of St. Nicholas is observed on December 6 in many countries. The earliest complete account of Nicholas's life that has survived to the present is a life of St. Nicholas written in the early 9th century by Michael the Archimandrite, 814-842, nearly 500 years after Nicholas's probable death. St. Nicholas is commemorated on December 6 in many Christian traditions, and his feast day is celebrated by various cultures around the world. While the historical St. Nicholas was a revered figure in Christianity, the contemporary Santa Claus has become a secular symbol of the Christmas season. On 28 December 2009, the Turkish government announced that it would be formally requesting the return of St. Nicholas's skeletal remains to Turkey from the Italian government. Turkish authorities asserted that Nicholas himself desired to be buried at his episcopal town, and that his remains were illegally removed from his homeland. In 2017, an archaeological survey at St. Nicholas Church, Demir, was reported to have found a temple below the modern church, with excavation work to be done that will allow researchers to determine whether it still holds Nicholas's body. In May 2017, following talks between Pope Francis and Russian Orthodox Patriarch Kirill, a portion of the relics of St. Nicholas in Bari were sent on loan to Moscow. The relic was on display for veneration at Christ the Savior Cathedral, before being taken to St. Petersburg in mid-June, prior to returning to Bari. More than 1 million people lined up in Moscow for a momentary glimpse of the gilded ark, holding one of the saint's ribs. In conclusion, the legacy of St. Nicholas, widely known as Santa Claus, extends far beyond the realms of folklore and holiday traditions. Rooted in the generosity and compassion of a 4th-century bishop, the character of Santa Claus has evolved over centuries to become a symbol of joy, kindness, and the spirit of giving. The enduring popularity of St. Nicholas can be attributed to the enduring appeal of his altruistic nature, as well as the magical stories that have woven a tapestry of warmth and excitement around his character. Whether as a symbol of Christmas cheer or a reminder of the importance of generosity, St. Nicholas continues to captivate hearts and inspire the timeless values that make the holiday season truly special. As we cherish the tales of this beloved figure, we are reminded that the spirit of St. Nicholas lives on in the hearts of those who embody the true meaning of giving and goodwill towards others.